Hey, it's me again, and today I'm going to tell you one chess tip that will help you win more games. So, let's see the tip. It is all about um weakened squares your opponent makes. So, I'm gonna show you one example. So, let's see the example. So, in this position, it's +6, but black plays the move pawn to e6, which is a very bad move. But why? So, let's start by trying to understand the concept. In this position, black is controlling these squares, so that means these squares are strong, not weak. But the moment any pawn, I'm just going to push a random pawn, I know that hangs made. So when a pawn gets pushed, this square gets weakened and the square on the right, but that's now the h pawn, so there's no pawn on the right. And let's say if we play f6, then this square and this square can get weakened because the pawn used to guard these. Okay, now we got an idea. So which two squares do get weakened when you push the e pawn? Try to find out. Okay, you can pause the video. It is obviously the d6 square and the f6 square. And if you can get your knight here, it will help in attack the king and the pawn. So how do you get the knight to this square? Knight to e4. And that's actually the top engine move. Look, I'm just gonna open this. See, knight e4 is the top engine move. And so now you're about to get in. And let's see how dangerous it can get. This is mate. And all the help of this knight. You can also take the bishop. But it's better to checkmate your opponent. So we can now see that these squares get weakened around the king. But it's not necessary he plays that. He can play some other move like this. So I'm going to show you another example in which how you can get your opponent or force them to weaken your squares. I'm going to show you it. Okay, so let's see in this position. Let's say we play the move knight to e4. I know it's a bad move because of takes, but and f3, and you can trap the bishop. But let's say he trades. Now, this trade is better for black. But why? See, because these squares are weakened. Right now, you don't have a light squared bishop, so I'm just gonna edit the position. I'm gonna give black a light squared bishop. So I have this position loaded up. Now, in this position, one of the worst moves, not the worst, because obviously queen takes rook is the worst move. Or queen comes here. Actually, queen comes here is probably the worst move. So it's the move pawn to g3. Why is it so bad? It's -5. So it's obviously bad because these light squares get so weak that you can actually immediately start attacking them. This is how bad things can go. You're attacking the rook, so let's say your opponent plays a move like this. Very natural and very obvious. That's a blunder because queen to f3. Mate is unstoppable. Look, mate into. Okay, you can sack the queen to check the king, but then what? No one can stop that mate. So this is how important weakened squares and punishing those squares can be. The best is you can give up the rook, and the best is not even to take the rook because this bishop is. See, you need this bishop because these light squares are weak. So till the time you have this bishop, instead of trading it for the rook, it's good. Now the move is obvious. The move it's saying is this, and this move is a little tricky to find, but it's fine. First of all, you're trying to come to these squares, and if he takes, you can check and mate him in the next move. So I hope you got a nice idea of weakened squares and how you can force them. Um, Another idea in this position, for example, if I just make the move for black, I'm just going to pause the video. For example, in this position, black can play this move, though this is a very bad move because of h3. But let's just give black the move. So now black can play pawn h3. And in this position, if he takes, that's obviously bad. Because you can take, threaten the rook, do this and also get the knights in and also the queen. So he'll most likely you'll face g3, but in this position, find the best move for black. It's the move bishop. Okay, if I say bishop, that's the only bishop legal move. So bishop g4, it is threatening millions of threats. Not millions, but a lot of threats. First threat is made. If the queen is there, no one can stop it. Second threat is obviously to get this bishop and lock in. And there are also various fork threats and also various winning the rook and winning the knight threats. And also, since the bishop is here, we can also try to get if we can get a knight here, not in this position, but if we could, it would have been nice because we could have attacked this king on the light squares. See, white doesn't have a light squared bishop. That's the advantage, and we can attack this king on these light squares. So hopefully you got a nice idea of these weakened squares. And don't forget to like and subscribe this video for more such tips. So I'll see you later. Bye.